You're watching K34QB, Vail.
Good morning. Grab your coffee. It is Thursday, February 1st. We're already into February. We've got a big show for you today. We're going to talk about Valentine's Day coming up. We're going to go over and meet some people at an interview with Vail. And we're going to talk a little bit about the weather pattern that's coming in. That funky El Nino that is taking place could bring some significant snowfall to the valley this weekend. Hour one of Good Morning Vail starts now.
So many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Vail. We've got quite the show for you today. Kim is going to be with me. We're going to talk about all things Valentine's Day and what's happening in and around the valley. But let's take a look at this local weather. Getting up today, 22 degrees, a high today of 44. So we're still in those 40s, getting that spring-like temperature, which isn't typically uncommon for January, but especially for that El Nino weather pattern that we're seeing, bringing those warm coastal waters off of the North American coastline. So that's kind of going to set the stage for what's going to happen over the weekend. Now, looking at Vail by the hour, you're going to see those warmer temperatures, sunshine out in full force during the morning as some clouds start to roll in, and we'll see what kind of precipitation comes behind those. 63 degrees and sunny in Denver. Absolutely beautiful day there. 44 in Vail, 45 in Avon, and 44 in Eagle. So beautiful day out there today to get out and enjoy some of the skiing. Low tonight of 25 degrees. Those clouds are going to roll in, sun setting at 5:25 p.m. So we're getting those days just a little bit longer. And then the winds start to come up just a little bit out of the east-southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour. So coming in from the east, we're going to see some circulation of clouds and remove that cloud cover that's been over the valley for quite some time, keeping those warm temperatures here. This is what's interesting. Friday and Saturday, we're showing significant percentages of snowfall. Now, how much, you ask? Well, that's all dependent on how that pattern works, because right now that jet stream is a little bit low, which could cause some of that snowfall to dip south of Vail. But if it happens to come up, the next 24 hours will tell the tale on how that weather is going to pan out. So after that, get some significant snowfall, do your snow dance, do whatever you do to try to conjure up that snowfall coming in. And then Sunday, hopefully we'll see some more cloud cover come in and protect that snow that just came down. So Monday, Tuesday, going to warm back up into those 40s. Look at Tuesday, 47 degrees. Unbelievable. So wait for some of that white powder to come in. Snow report over in Beaver Creek, nothing reported in the last 48 hours. A season total of 135 inches, 40-inch base depth over there. 25 lifts are spinning, 164 trails are open, 73% of the terrain open. Now, we'll see if party time is on the way here over in Vail. Nothing reported in the last 48 hours, 165-inch total, 50-inch base depth, and we're still at that 99% of the terrain open, 30 lifts, 277 trails. So almost there, Kim.
Almost there. I'd say after that storm that's coming in at the end of the week, we're going to be there.
We may be doing the dance.
I think we're doing the dance. Can't wait to see what your dance moves are like, Kevin.
But I tell you, it's interesting, though. We'll see what happens with this weather pattern, because right now that jet stream's just a little bit low, and we may not get the precipitation we want, but if it pops back up, we're going to get some significant snowfall.
It just makes a quick shift in its pathway, and it comes back up this way because we need the snow.
We do, absolutely.
We really do. The bluebird days are wonderful, but we like a good powder day as well.
Of course. Add some more to that base out. Well, a couple years, what was it? 2010, 2011, I remember our total inches for the season, 511 inches, I believe, of snowfall.
Wow.
It was awesome. Every day was a powder day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, you really, you've got to love winters like that. But either way, it's still been a good one, and we've got a great show. I can't believe that it is February 1st, which is amazing.
Yeah, my son Austin, it's his birthday tomorrow, so Groundhog's Day.
Oh,
We'll
fun.
see what happens with the groundhog.
We'll see if he sees his shadow.
Yeah.
Well, we've got an exciting and fun show in store. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. All kinds of things happening in and around the valley. Well, our very own Robbie Whittle is out there in the middle of the sports action. He gets the highlights, all the game day news, and the interviews. Let's see what he's got going on now.
All right, thanks for joining us. So Battle Mountain High boys basketball has certainly had a tough season as the Huskies only have 2 wins to their name on the year. But Glenwood Springs was in town and Battle Mountain was looking to turn their season around on the hardwood against the Demons. After a tough season thus far, Battle Mountain High boys basketball was looking to pull off an upset at home over neighboring Glenwood Springs. The Demons of Glenwood were not going to make it easy on the Huskies, however. In the second quarter, Glenwood Springs moving the ball around the court. They get to Alec Klassen, who takes the mid-range jumper and gets it to go for the Demons. Battle Mountain now moving it around. They'll get this one to Cooper Skidmore, who pump fakes and puts it up, and the shot drops in good for the Huskies. Glenwood Springs back on the move. They'll drive inside and bounce it over to Klassen. He'll secure the 2 points for the Demons and earn a trip to the charity stripe as the whistle was blown. Battle Mountain now trying to get down the court with the ball, but it's picked off by the Demons. They'll go the other way and score with Jackson Irvin. Glenwood Springs' Kale Solers fires and buries the three-pointer. And the Demons are looking hot against the Huskies. On the other end, the Huskies will get it to Alex Matthews, who puts it in for Battle Mountain. Battle Mountain fought hard, but that wasn't enough, as Glenwood Springs would walk past the Huskies 60-44. Now we'll head from Edwards over to Gypsum as Eagle Valley High boys basketball played a game of their own against Palisade, and we're looking to extend a 2-game active win streak to 3. Over in Gypsum, Eagle Valley High was looking to continue their active win streak of 2 games to 3 with a victory over Palisade. Brian Fontana driving inside. He'll float it up in the air, get bodied, so he'll also earn a trip to the line, but the ball will fall in as well, securing the and one opportunity. Eagle Valley back on the attack. The shot around the Palisade defender by Parker Newbanks is no good, but the rebound is recovered by Caden Kraft, who goes back up and secures the bucket for the Devils. Going the other way, it's the Bulldogs of Palisade. Hunter Howard puts it up, and that's good to go. But he'll also get the whistle to earn a trip to the line to make it a 3-point play. Eagle Valley now back with the ball. Aiden Phelan drives inside, puts the moves on the Palisade defense, and secures another bucket for the Demons. Palisade doesn't like what they see, and the Bulldogs call timeout. Eagle Valley back with the ball. Parker Newbanks gets rejected on the 3-point attempt by Hunter Howard. What a play by Howard. Eagle Valley gave it all the effort, but it wasn't enough in the end as they fall at home to Palisade, 53-71. After those 2 games, let's take a look at our current boys basketball standings here in the Valley. Starting things off with the Battle Mountain Huskies, who most recently lost to Glenwood Springs. From the highlights we just showed you, the Huskies are sitting at 2-15 on the season and have now dropped to 0-2 in league play. Battle Mountain is currently on a 3-game losing streak, and they'll play their next game against Steamboat Springs. Eagle Valley High just had their 2-game active win streak snapped the other night as they fell to Palisade at home. Eagle Valley now sits at 10-8 on the season, and the Devils are batting .500 in league play as they are 1-1 on the year so far. Eagle Valley boys basketball will play their next game against Battle Mountain. Now we'll head back to Edwards, where 2A school Vail Christian is batting .500 on the year. The Saints are 6-6 on the season and 3-2 in league play. Vail Christian is currently on a 1-game skid, but before that loss, the Saints were on a 4-game winning streak. Vail Christian boys basketball will play their next game against Custer County. Now, Vail Mountain School has played a solid season so far this year. The Girl Rangers are 7-5 on the season and 2-0 in league play. Not to mention, this team is currently coming off a forfeit win over Lotus School for Excellence, which, that's a 1-game active win streak by definition. The Girl Rangers play their next game against North Park. Now, over at Vail Christian, the boys basketball team has a brand new head coach that the team is pretty excited about. So here's our conversation with the new man at the helm, Andrew Newman. So we're with the new head coach of Vail Christian basketball, Andrew Newman. And Coach, you got a new season in front of you. What's kind of the expectation there?
Well, it's really hard to say right now. We're a very green, very young team, but we're super excited. A lot of great kids, a lot of work ethic going on, a lot of effort going in, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, and I was telling you this earlier when we were chatting just a minute ago, but you guys may be a newer team, but it seems like the chemistry is already there. Do you feel like you guys already kind of have that camaraderie on the team?
Yeah, for sure. A couple of the seniors in particular are doing a great job leading us. So they're building that chemistry from the top down. And then the younger guys in each of those classes, there's a couple kids that are really leading their classes. So I'm really happy to see this early in the season, this kind of chemistry.
Okay, in what ways will those seniors come together? You mentioned you have 3, Jack Pryor, Will Newman. How do you think those guys are going to kind of come together and lead this team this season?
Well, they're going to have to really put in a lot of effort on the court, probably getting a lot of minutes out there. Hopefully everybody stays healthy, but it's more their leadership off the court that matters. They're doing a great job really leading these guys and building that chemistry, especially encouraging the younger guys. You know, when you're new to high school basketball or it's your first time on varsity, there's a lot you got to learn. There's a huge learning curve, and those guys are doing a great job encouraging the younger players.
And you may be new to the head coaching role, taking over the helm of this Vail Christian program, but you're not new to the team by any standard. You've been here 2 years, got the torch passed over you from Coach Coons. What was that moment like to be kind of handed the role of this program that's been successful in his 23 years here, to be that guy that he wanted to take over the helm?
Yeah, that was a huge honor. Really grateful for everything that he's done for this school and for this program. And like you said, 23 years, he's built a winning culture, a winning program, a great chemistry. We're going to be keeping a lot of the things that he did and just try to build on the great foundation he's already created.
Okay, and you mentioned, you know, not a lot's going to change. That winning culture is hopefully going to stick around too with you at the helm. But what things may change under your leadership?
We're going to keep trying to maintain a pretty high tempo. You know, this valley is a valley that has a lot of great athletes. We've got a lot of great athletes on this team, so can work really hard to keep pushing the tempo and you know, really working to have a high character team that in everything we do, we're trying to reflect the values of this school.
Okay, and you mentioned you got a scrimmage with Battle Mountain coming up. Obviously, that's an exhibition game against, you know, another Valley team, so you probably want to do pretty well in that matchup. But what kind of makes that a good game from y'all, how you show up against Battle Mountain?
Well, it's going to be interesting because we're only going to have about 6 practices with this green group of guys before we hit that scrimmage. So we're still learning each other's names, let alone all the offenses, defenses. So a lot of it's just going to be going out there and playing good basketball. It is fun, though, to be playing inter-valley teams. A lot of these guys play together in the off season, so they all know each other. And so what's really fun is those friendships, knowing the coaches, knowing the guys, the friendships off the court, and then you get on the court, all of a sudden, game's on. It's competition. And even though in a scrimmage, you know, you're not supposed to keep score, I can promise you, every one of our guys, they're going to know the score in their own heads. So we'll have a good time.
And speaking about playing, you know, inter-valley teams, you guys play Vail Mountain School twice a year. That's the big rivalry in this valley for y'all. What's it going to be like, you think, just getting on the court as the head coach of this team and playing them this year for your first time at the helm?
Yeah, this year we're going to be playing them at their gym. Their gym is always packed. It's a tight gym. It'll be a full house, I'm sure. And like you said, it's an in-valley competition, so this should be a really good time. This is going to be a tough game. They always play a tough game. They're a very well-coached team. They're very strategic in the way they play the game, so it's going to be a really tough game for sure.
How have you kind of grown to appreciate this rivalry between Vail Christian and Vail Mountain School in your 2 years prior to taking over this team?
Well, it's always one of the games we have circled on our calendar, and I'm sure they do as well. It's just a good time. I mean, off the court, you want to be able to say you won that game this year, you know, so they'll have a great program. They always have a great program. Hopefully we'll be strong as well, and it should be a really tight game.
Okay, and you mentioned Plateau Valley this season as being a big contender. Obviously, you may have a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth after last season, but what are you looking to get out of that matchup this year with them?
Well, we're going to learn a lot where we stand. They're third game of the season, so we have the home opener, and then we've got them on the 5th of December. And as you mentioned, they beat us twice in a row last year, 2 out of 3 games in a row. So that'll be a really tough team. They've got most of their starting lineup returning from that state team that went to state last year, and it'll be a really good way for us to find out, you know, where we stand compared to the rest of the conference, and where we stand even in terms of being a potential state contender.
Mm-hmm. And this may be the hardest question I ask you all day, but if you could just narrow it down, what do you think you're looking forward to the most in this new season?
Wow. I just honestly enjoy being on the court with these guys. I mean, it's an awesome group of guys. I've mentioned I grew up in a gym basically with my dad being a coach, and so the chance just to be in the gym with a great group of guys, obviously the competition, doing a little bit of mentoring along the way, and I hope we get a couple wins as well. That'd be great.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Anything you want to add?
No, just grateful for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
After talking with Newman, it seems like the team and himself are pretty excited about this season. They're not doing too bad right now. As the Saints sit at 6-6 on the year, there's definitely room for improvement, but not a bad start for the new head coach, Andrew Newman. Make sure to continue following along with us as we'll bring you all the latest sports coverage here in the Valley and beyond. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on The Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
You know, it is February 1st.
It's February 1st and we're in the kitchen, but we're not cooking today. We're creating.
It's a nice little break from the cooking, but we love to create in the kitchen regardless. And it is National Decorate with Candy Day, but also the start of the season of love.
The season of love is February, and February 14th is Valentine's Day. Do you know any good Valentine's Day jokes? Kim?
You know, I do.
Yeah? Give me one.
What do you call a romance that starts in the aquarium?
I have no idea.
Guppy love.
Huh.
Stupid. Anyways, we are crafting a
I've got one.
Okay, all right.
What's Cupid's favorite band?
Oh, I have to say it's probably Kiss.
It is Kiss.
So cheesy. And I love cheesy dad jokes. So, but we are in the kitchen and we are going to just do something super simple.
Okay.
And we are crafting Valentine's Day candy gift jars to give to your friends, your colleagues, your teachers if you are in school and you have little ones. But this is a safe and easy craft to do. You really can't mess it up. It's foolproof, which is great. Okay. So all you need are whatever decorations you want. So we've got some stock card to make a nice little note to attach to our jars. We've got stickers, we've got fun scissors, markers, ribbon,
candy.
And then the most important part is the candy. So
got 2 ball jars.
We do.
And
these are great because when you're done with them, you can reuse them for anything else that you might need. Yeah, I love it. So Kevin, are you a chocolate or are you a fruity candy guy?
Kind of both.
Kind of both.
I'm not a big candy person in general, but I do like chocolate, dark chocolate.
Well, yeah. we've got the variety here, and I love having like monochromatic candy. I think it's so fun in the holidays.
Monochromatic candy.
Great word choice. But we've got pink and red candy options here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we've got 2 different jars. So Kevin, you get to choose how you want to fill these jars with candy.
I think we layer different candy.
All right.
in.
Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started, and I'm going to get started on crafting a jar, unless you want to craft a jar.
No, you. I'll fill. You craft.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
So I love these jars. I use them for anything, but we've got these really fun stickers. Very sparkly.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stick these stickers on the jars, and they'll come off. So it's great to use just initially, but if you wanted to like recycle your jar, which is why I love to use these jars for anything that I
Right.
do, you can just peel these stickers off later. But they make it a really fun way to just decorate. I don't know, I think I'm going to stick a couple. I'm going to go with all three.
Oh,
sticker
I
colors
would
on
too.
this
I'd
one.
go all 3 on there.
And you know, we're just going to have some fun and decorate these stickers. So, Kevin, National Decorate with Candy Day. You're not a big candy guy, so this is probably not your favorite holiday.
Oh no, it is now. It's
It
absolutely
is
my
now.
favorite.
It is now. But also, we talked about it on the couch, Groundhog Day.
Yes, Groundhog Day is tomorrow.
What do you think? Is Puxatawny Phil going to see his shadow?
I think so.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm going to predict.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
But we're just going to decorate these jars and just make them look pretty. Right
Oh, that
now,
looks
it
very
like,
nice.
It looks like a
You're very
little kid
artistic.
decorated it. But you know what? It's hard because
Well, you know-
I want to show our viewers what I'm doing, but at the same time,
This is a great craft for kids that are taking something to their teacher in school.
It
They
really
can make a
is.
little jar with some candy in it.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Nothing
can see
says a jar full of candy to a teacher like give
a
me
jar
an
full
A.
of candy.
I
to
would
a
like an
teacher.
A. I would like a good grade, teacher.
Right?
So
It's,
kids, this is the way to your teacher's heart.
and this is a great way for parents if you're looking for something to do with your kids after school.
Keep the kids busy.
Keep them busy.
Not a lot of sharp objects.
Not a lot of sharp objects at all. So it's starting to come together, and you can, throw stickers over the writing if you need to. We're just kind of doing some fun stuff there. So, all right,
Look
looking
at that.
good, looking good. Kevin, I'm going
That
to
was
pass
tough.
you. I'm going to pass you this jar. We'll see how you do with that
Okay,
one.
heart jar.
And then I'm going to keep decorating this one. And so the reason we brought up the dad jokes is because who loves a Valentine's Day without a good message? So I love to write fun little Valentine's Day jokes onto
Oh, I
a
see
note
how you do
card.
that.
And then if you wanted to, and then we'll put a little hole in it and then tie it to and attach it to our candy jars. So it's a fun way to give candy to people that you love.
It is.
And you can shape them if you wanted to. We've got
Yeah,
some
you didn't even know I was
fun-
going to do this.
I didn't.
I saw you look over here and you're going, what are you doing?
Kevin is more crafty than I thought he was. I know he's an aficionado in the kitchen, but
Look at that.
look at that, masterful with
I don't know
with
what
the
to tell you.
scissors. I don't know if there's much to tell me other than you're really good at cutting hearts out of cardstock.
You know it.
Yeah, so we're just decorating these as fun as we want to. I'm personally still on the Barbie trend. Love this color pink, so I'm going with the favorite.
Then go with it.
I'm gonna just keep.
There's no rules.
There are
No
zero
rules in putting candy in jars.
0 rules in this game. So if you had to write a joke or a message, do you have a fun message that you would write on your?
I don't.
No.
Yeah. What would
I
you
think-
write?
I
Kim?
think I liked the first joke. What is Cupid's favorite band?
Kiss.
Yeah, rock and roll. I love to say that. So to me, that would be my first message that I would send to my friends and family. Nothing insinuating in it. Just a fun
clean.
Valentine's Day
It's a family show.
family show.
Keeping it clean here on TV8.
Keeping it so clean here on TV. It looks like we've got. I might add a little bit. What do you think? Some silver stickers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go with silver.
I would if I were you.
I might actually switch it up and do the red to match the ribbon that we've got here. So once we've got all that going, all right, and Kevin, you did a great job cutting out that heart shape for these fun little messages. Now you've got ribbon, so you can do any kind of ribbon that you want to. We've got this nice thin ribbon. I'm gonna do 2, I think probably 2. I'm gonna do 2 pieces here for these jars here. And you just cut them just like that. We've got one. I'm just going to tie that around. We'll make it look pretty. I mean, yes, we're crafting and we're doing all of this, but the best part is really the sweet treats on the inside. Looks like Kevin is deep in thought.
Yes.
Writing these dad jokes or a message, a secret message. And this is just a fun way to show the people in your life that you love them, I would think. All right.
Okay.
Looking good?
Looking good.
Looking good. Do you want to string it?
Yeah.
There you go. just string it on through there. And then this just makes a really, just a great little treat to give to people. And I don't know, I think I might have to give this to our fearless leader here at TV.
Oh, I think Danielle would love this. Don't tell her. Let's make it a surprise.
Don't tell her. We just made her a secret Valentine's Day treat. But yeah, see, it looks great. You know, you got all the sparkles. You see all the candy. It's a nice little surprise there.
Nice little surprise.
Yep, and just tie it around just like that.
Okay.
Looking great.
Am I doing it okay?
You're doing it great. And I've got, you know, we've got other colors and markers. So it's really however you want to be creative. But this is just a fun base to get started to really be crafty and have some fun.
Have some fun. Good for the kids. Keep them quiet for about 10 minutes.
Definitely about a 10 minute.
They'll probably eat more than candy than they put in the jar, but that's fine. That's why you get big bags.
That's part of the holiday fun, right?
That is.
We love it. So we've got lots more in store on this Thursday morning edition of Good Morning
February
Vail.
1st.
February 1st, National Decorate with Candy Day. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail and happy February. Let's take a look and see what that local weather has in store. Getting up today, 22 degrees, high today of 44 degrees. Still having those beautiful warm days out there. Not typically unseasonable because we've seen some warmer temperatures in the past January, but I think with that El Nino system that we've got moving around this season, a little bit more weather than we'd hoped for as far as those warm temperatures. Getting up today, going from 22, we're going to see it warm up 3 to 4 p.m. as that storm front hopefully starts to move its way into the Vail Valley. A beautiful day in Denver today, 63 and sunny, 44 in Vail, 45 in Avon, and 45 over in Eagle. Tonight, going to be a nice, cool 25 degrees, sun setting at 5:25 p.m. And those winds are going to start moving in from the east, southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour. So not a lot of big winds, but it's going to start pushing that front our way. Now, this is kind of the story that we're waiting on Friday, looking at 90% chance of precipitation and snowfall. Same thing on Saturday. Now, nice temperatures there, 43, 34 on Saturday, but it's all about that front and how it's going to move in, because right now that jet stream's a little bit low, so that big storm that we're anticipating could possibly slip a little bit south. But if it readjusts here in the next 12 to 24 hours, I think we're going to see some substantial snowfall come in for this weekend. So again, Friday, Saturday, looking at snowfall. Sunday, another beautiful day, 33 degrees, and then that sun pops back out on Monday, warms things back up to 43, and all the way up on Tuesday to 47 degrees. So a lot of warm temperatures out there to come. So keep your fingers crossed on that storm front. Hopefully that jet stream will move just a little bit north so we get the snowfall that we're hoping for. Now, there's some great publications here in the Valley telling you where, when, and how to go to certain places in and around the Vail Valley. That publication is called Covered Bridge Magazine. Let's take a look and see what they've got.
Hello and welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. I'm Kim Fuller, the editor-in-chief of Covered Bridge Magazine.
And I'm Bobby LaRue, the director of partnerships at Covered Bridge Magazine. Today we have Joe Newton back for another cocktail session here on TV8. I don't know if you guys have checked out the most recent issue of Covered Bridge, but we did feature 2 cocktails from Two Arrows. So Joe is with Root and Flower, which is a sister restaurant to Two Arrows, and he's going to bring us one of his new cocktails that's on the menu currently.
So Joe, which cocktail are you making for us today?
So today, this is actually Black Pearl. This is a special that comes and goes from the menu. So at Root and Flower, we always have our seasonal menus that we put out every year, but we're always really stoked to advertise, sell all our bartenders fresh creations, new cocktails on our chalkboard. And so every week, every day, we'll be changing it depending on ingredients and depending on the availability of what we have in stock. Awesome. So today we have the Black Pearl.
Okay.
Black Pearl was designed for a wedding last year. Black Pearl actually gets its name from one of my favorite cocktails in the classic repertoire of the bijou. So in French, bijou means jewel. And that refers to the gin, the chartreuse, and the sweet vermouth that makes up the cocktail. So the gin would be the diamond, the chartreuse would be the emerald, and then the sweet vermouth would be the ruby.
Wow.
So this is a jewel. So this one though, I call this Black Pearl. It builds on that in classic Root and Flower fashion, as as many bartenders use the Mr. Potato Head theory. We've actually substituted out the gin for our favorite whiskey, Elijah Craig. So we're actually going to start off with 1.5 ounces of Elijah Craig.
Yeah, Root and Flower always does a great job of really hand-picking the spirits that you have on your shelves. Why Elijah Craig in this instance?
So Elijah Craig has, it's one of our favorite mixing whiskeys, and it's affordable, it's easily and readily available. It comes from the Heaven Hill Distillery, and the Heaven Hill Distillery has always been very supportive of Root and Flower and Two Arrows. We do get many of their high-end bourbons, which we absolutely love. So Elijah Craig would be their kind of go-to mixing whiskey. Perfect. And absolutely love it.
Great.
So, but building on the bijou idea and turning this into the Black Pearl, we are going to be going with chartreuse. Now, chartreuse is one of those spirits that is a little more difficult to find right now. So, fun little fact about chartreuse: it's made by monks in France, the Benedictine monks, and there are only 3 people in the world who know the recipe. The head monk knows the whole recipe, and his 2 subordinates, his acolytes, they know half the recipe each. So if one of them was to pass away, they could still share it, still make this. Now, there is actually a little supply issue with chartreuse right now, so we are lucky to still be able to have that in right now.
Okay.
With the chartreuse, the Pope himself has told the monks to stop making so much chartreuse and get back to praying, get back to what you should be doing, which we respect. But it has meant that chartreuse has become a little harder to find. But like I said, luckily at Root and Flower, we still have plenty of chartreuse for everybody.
This cocktail wouldn't be the same without it, right? There's not really a substitute.
So chartreuse falls in the Juniper family. Juniper is the flower of wormwood. And you can find other junipers that are a little bit more simplistic. They don't have the complexity, though, that chartreuse does. So there is really no equal to chartreuse.
Okay.
And finally, my favorite thing, Amaro Chicharo. So Amaro Chicharo, I pretty much put in everything. Coffee, cocktails, our espresso martinis, and we're doing 3/4 of an ounce of that. So we kind of modify this Negroni build a little bit from the classic 1-1-1 recipe. So where I put 1.5 ounces of the whiskey, 0.75 of the Amaro Chicharo and 0.75 of the chartreuse. Just balances a little bit more, lets that alcohol shine through a little brighter. And we're going to be building this in our stirring tin right now.
Okay.
So everything's ready to go. Bobby, if you could have the ice, please.
Absolutely. Here you are, Joe.
Thank you, Bobby. So, as this cocktail is all spirits, we're going to be stirring it. So
I noticed on the last segment you mentioned citrus, and that's why you were shaking it. So is that kind of like a typical rule? Like
it is.
Citrus shake, pure liquor stir.
Yeah. Right. So it's all about texture. A lot of people will think that it's bruising the alcohol if you shake a martini, for example. But this is actually all about the texture of the cocktail itself. So with the juice, you want to shake it up really hard. You're actually aerating the cocktail. You're providing little micro bubbles that pop on your tongue as you taste it and just like brings the cocktail to life.
Okay.
But if we're just using spirits or sugar, we want to stir it. We want that silky smooth mouthfeel.
All right.
And that is why we stir this.
I always wondered. Thank you.
So when we're stirring, it's all about elegance. All about grace.
So you're not like breaking the cube at all. You're just really letting it wash over the liquor.
So I'm letting the spoon stir, and we're going to be stirring for about 20 seconds.
I was going to ask, is there a rule of thumb on how
it's
long
about
you
40
stir?
times. And here's the other fun fact about the science. The things I like to teach at Root and Flower are if you were to shake a cocktail and stir a cocktail to completion, they would both be the same temperature and dilution, which is kind of crazy to think about because you think, oh, a shaken cocktail is going to be colder. But in fact, if you do stir a cocktail properly, it'll be the exact same temperature and dilution.
It's just about the texture then.
It's just about the texture.
Awesome.
So with this one, we're actually going to be pouring this on one of my favorites, the Big Rock.
Oh,
so at Root and Flower, we do have the crystal clear ice cubes.
You can see right through that thing.
So special machine actually creates these. So it's like freezing lake ice. So the only way to make clear ice like this is directional freezing. So when you're freezing water, think of a lake. When it freezes, it's going to freeze from the top down. And it's going to push all the impurities out.
Got it.
Which is what exactly happens here.
Wow.
And so it pushes all the impurities out, and you're left with this crystal clear block, which we then hand carve each one of these with a knife, very sharp knife. And it's it's my meditation for the day.
I like that.
That's great.
Well put.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
Look at that.
Really nice. Black Pearl, well named.
You can see that richness.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Dilution. We might have left it on the ice a little too long. And then for this one, I do like, so with our last segment, we had our orange sprays, but sometimes we like a little visual pop. So we'll take a fresh orange.
And you were just getting like the oils out of
We're
the...
expressing the oils over the glass. And I like to rub the orange peel around as well. Now at the bar, we like to make every drink look super pretty. So we actually have scissors at every station where we can quickly just cut each peel to be needed.
Gorgeous.
And then we have our cocktail right there.
Look at that. Well, yeah, definitely go see Joe, a lead bartender at Root and Flower, and he has cocktail classes. Root and Flower also has wine classes, spirit classes, sister bar and coffee house, Two Arrows, pretty much a little bit across Vail Village is a great place to find other wonderful cocktails. So Joe, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you guys.
It's great having
Thank
you.
you. Good to be here.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching Covered Bridge on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. There are a lot of athletic sports and events going on here in the Valley, but nothing better than some of the arts and entertainments that also take place that broaden that scope of diversity here in the Valley. Julio had a chance to sit down with those at Bravo Vail to find out what they've got going on.
20th through to August 1st. And today I am very fortunate to have with me here in the studio Shari Mason, who is a member of the Sinfónica de Minería, an orchestra from Mexico City, who is not only performing this summer at the Vail Bravo Music Festival, but they are also the first ever Latin American orchestra to be presented at the festival. Shari, welcome. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really happy to be here.
How are you feeling? How's Vail treating you? I know you guys had a few days, but how's everything been?
Vail is beautiful. I mean, just to arrive to this place and see the nature, it makes you smile. So I'm pretty happy about that. And we're doing really nice music making in this beautiful town. We just played last night with Anne-Marie McDermott in the season announcement of the Bravo Vail Festival. We played a beautiful concert, Schumann Quintet, piano quintet. There are four musicians from the orchestra, from Sinfónica de Minería. And we're doing a residency here in this winter. First, the concert, that we just played.
Right.
And we're doing some outreach with
With our
different
local schools,
with
yes.
local schools, and we're working mainly with, I understand, a big Latin community.
Population community, yes.
And one thing that it was really heavy for me when I heard it, it felt like a big responsibility.
Uh-huh.
Eileen, the coordinator of all the educational activities,
Sure.
she told us, like, for many of the fellows that you're going to play for, it's the first time they're going to hear professional musicians that speak their own language.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
And a big responsibility and a big honor as well. So Vail is treating us really well.
I love to hear that.
That
We'd
will
love
be-
to have you guys here in the studio. And I love to hear, coming from this community myself, being a part of our schools, it makes me really proud to have, musicians like you that are coming from Latin America, from Mexico, and are now connecting with our communities. I just know that it's so special for our kids to resemble and to identify with musicians like you, that like you said, that speak their language. So that makes me very excited, and I know the kids are all going to be very excited. So we're happy to have you here this winter, but we're even more happy to have you back this summer. You guys are going to have your residency at the Vail Music Festival, June 20, 22nd, and 23rd. You guys are going to be performing.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what we can expect this summer. What are you guys going to be performing?
So much fun.
Yes, I love that.
We have 3 beautiful concerts. We start with a Beethoven program with the wonderful Anne-Marie as our soloist. She's playing the Beethoven Third Concerto, piano concerto. And then we're playing Beethoven, the Third Symphony, the Eroica, which is a big monument in the classical music repertoire. Our second concert, we're playing more Spanish music. We have El Amor Brujo from Falla, Manuel de Falla. We also have a wonderful guitar player, Pablo Sáenz Villegas, and he's playing one of the most beloved guitar concertos, Concierto de Aranjuez.
Yes.
That the second movement, I'm sure you have heard it and you know it. Even if you don't know, you know it and you have heard it. And I mean, it's such an emotional piece, and Pablo it's a wonderful artist.
Yeah.
So that's our second program.
Okay.
And our third program, it's a Fiesta Latina.
I love that.
It's a wonderful, full of energy and magic and fun and dancing. We're playing with a wonderful trumpet player from Venezuela. His name is Pacho Flores.
Yes.
Pacho, we were talking in another interview. When you're in a party, and there's, you always have a friend that will invite everybody to come to the party, and that will just spice things up.
Make everyone feel
comfortable,
welcome
and and you start having fun, even if you didn't want to go to that party.
Yes.
That's Pacho.
I love that.
From the moment he walks on stage, he's wonderful. His energy, he's just inviting you to enjoy and participate and just be happy and share all that beautiful music and that experience.
Yes.
So it's an experience. It's really an experience that you cannot miss.
I love that. And what a way to make your debut here in Vail for your first time playing at the festival, being the first Latin American orchestra.
That's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal.
Yes.
And your program, it's amazing. There's variety. And I love what you guys are bringing this summer to the music series. Now, I wanted to ask you as well, Shadi, what makes you most excited about this summer? You've kind of gotten a little taste of Vail during the winter. You're coming back this summer. We were speaking a little bit earlier. It's such an exchange of energies. It's a magical experience that happens at your show. So tell me, what makes you most excited?
I cannot choose one single thing. The whole thing makes me incredibly excited. It's the first orchestra from Latin America that comes to this festival that we know is one of the greatest festivals in the world, because you have amazing artists every year. The orchestras that you have in residency, the amazing orchestras, the soloists. I mean, in our orchestra, we all follow these people like our goddesses,
And now you get to play in the festival.
We are
play
playing
around them.
in that scenario.
Yeah.
We are playing in this amazing festival with the stage.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of nature.
Yeah, it's quite a unique amphitheater.
Yes.
You,
and I'm sure it creates a wonderful and unique experience
Yeah,
that we're not used to it.
Yeah.
So it's just sharing the music and the nature. The whole human experience it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We're bringing our culture, our energy, ourselves, our heart.
I love that.
Because that's the main thing.
That's
I'm
what you guys do,
pretty
yeah?
sure. Yeah, we bring our heart.
I love that. Now we were speaking earlier. There's around 80 musicians or so that are coming back this summer. With
At least 80, I think so. Yes.
Tell me a little bit of the history of the Sinfónica de Minería. And kind of a little bit of background for those who might not be familiar with you guys.
Well, the Sinfónica de Minería, it's mainly a festival orchestra.
Okay.
Our main season is during the summers.
Yes.
So we have 9 weeks of really intense work, 9 programs. It's always difficult, and it's usually more difficult than the last season.
Yeah.
What makes this orchestra special is that we bring the best musicians from Mexico and from other parts of the world together in summer. So it's the orchestra that plays when no other orchestra plays in the city.
Yeah.
So we have the audience, we have all the offers, we are the offer in the summer. And it's an orchestra that it works with, sponsors, and the ones that created this orchestra are the engineers of the Universidad Nacional de Mexico.
Yes.
And engineers from Mexico. So it's a quite peculiar scenario because you don't hear an orchestra that it's founded by engineers.
Yeah.
But that's why the name of Minería.
Okay.
It comes from the mines. Yeah.
Interesting. I love that.
But so that's a bit of the history of the orchestra. Our 45th anniversary.
45th anniversary, wow.
Yeah, we celebrated last season.
And you've been playing for a lot of those years. How long have you been with the orchestra?
More than half of my life.
Wow.
I've been there 22 years.
Wow. Yeah, you started playing very young, and you've been involved with the orchestra for quite a long time.
I started playing in the orchestra when I was still in school. Wow. I wasn't even in college. I was just about to start college.
Yeah.
And it was easy for me because I could study, I could go to college and come back during summer and play with this amazing orchestra.
I love that. Well, Shadi, thank you so much for coming with us and sharing a little bit about what you guys are doing this winter here in Vail, doing outreach within our schools. And then we're so excited to have you guys back this summer for the Vail Bravo Music Festival. June 20, 22nd, and 23rd is when you all will be performing at the Vail Gerald Ford Amphitheater. Yes. Tickets are on sale now. You guys can visit bravovail.org and purchase your tickets. We can't wait to be there this summer.
We can't wait to be here in the summer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shadi. Everyone back at home, we're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with more of the show. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It is Thursday, February 1st, National Decorate with Candy Day, but hard to believe we are already into the second month of 2024. In the second hour on Good Morning Vail, we've got Thea Noble here to talk about chasing rabbits, all that they have going on in February, plus alpine kayaks, colorful cooking with Tracy, and much more. So hour 2 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, and thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Vail. As Kim mentioned, we've got quite a show for you today on hour 2 of Good Morning Vail, but there's a lot of news happening in and around the weather right now. So let's take a look and see what's going on. Getting up today, 22 degrees, a high today of 44 degrees, so some beautiful temperatures still out and around the valley. Vail by the hour kind of shows those temperatures warming up a little bit in the afternoon there with that full sunshine during the first part of the day, but then some clouds start to come in just a little bit. Over in Denver, they're seeing an absolutely incredible day. 63 degrees and full sunshine there, 44 in Vail, 45 in Avon, and also 45 over in Eagle. So some very nice temperatures moving into the first day of February. A low tonight, 25 degrees, cloudy comes in, those clouds start to roll in, the sun setting at 5:25 p.m. and those winds start to come in just a little bit east-southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour, hopefully bringing what we're anticipating to be some nice snowfall over the weekend. Tomorrow, we're looking at 90% chance of some snow showers. Same thing on Saturday, high percentage of snow showers. As we mentioned, that El Nino front that's moving in. Right now, the jet stream is just a little bit south, and the placement of that is going to dictate kind of what we have coming in as far as snowfall measurements throughout the weekend. So keep your fingers crossed that bounces up just a little bit for us to bring that great storm right through Vail. So the rest of the weekend, 33 degrees on Sunday, Monday 43 degrees, and a big 47 degrees on Tuesday. So anticipating some of that snowfall coming in. Looking at the Beaver Creek snow report, nothing reported in the last 48 hours, 135 inch for the season total with a 40-inch base depth. 25 lifts are spinning, 164 trails are open over in Beaver Creek. That's 73% of the terrain there in Beaver Creek. Kind of the same story in Vail. Nothing reported as far as the last 48 hours, 165 inches for the season. The base depth is 50 inches. They've got 30 lifts spinning, 277 trails open and stuck on that 99% of their terrain open. Just one more run.
It looks like that
One more run.
That last run, though, is looking a little rocky. From
Little
what we're
rocky,
hearing.
yeah.
That's the report. But
So I think we're going to need some significant snowfall to bump up to that 100% skiable terrain on Vail.
Hopefully that El Nino storm front that's rolling in will come up north.
Yep.
And we'll see it, and we'll get lots of snow, because I'm not ready for the season to be over.
No, we're just getting started. It's February 1st.
It is February
Yeah.
1st, but you can't decide if you're wearing flip-flops or boots because of the way the weather has been.
You can wear both.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
But speaking of both, goggles, you might need a lens that does both or handles both kinds of conditions.
Right.
But you are a big Oakley guy.
I love Oakley.
You do.
Oakley has always been synonymous with quality eyewear, and nothing holds more true than this goggle right here. And the nice thing about this is when they're building these lenses now, they're really coming higher up, further down, and out to get that peripheral vision, because vision is precision. You want to be careful out there, and our experts over at Eyepieces of Vail gave us this lens to kind of take a look at. Again, we talk about a stealth pilot. That's what you look like in these, but they really help protect and give you better optics to be able to see those lines, see the imperfections in the snow, to make sure that your boarding or skiing is safe.
Well, I'd say that's very accurate, because the one time we've been out on the mountain together, you are a very precise skier.
Very precise.
And I think it's because you wear the Oakley prisms. And
I love the Oakley prisms. And they also help. A lot of these goggles now, the technology, you snap in and out lenses. This one kind of self-adjusts a little bit. And again, the prism technology really identifies those imperfections. So if there's something in the snow that you want to avoid, or if a snowcat's kind of kicked something up, it highlights that in this lens so that you can ski around it and be safe.
you really don't have to worry about switching out your lenses and keeping extras in your pockets.
This is a one-stop shop right here with this. And it comes with a nice bag. Don't forget to use the bag to clean them off. Don't touch the inside. I had to give my son Luke a lesson on don't touch the inside of the goggles, because he absolutely ruined a pair that I had. But hey, it was all in fun.
Hey, no matter what, do not touch the inside. But Kevin will give you all the lessons that you need on that. And then if not, you can just head over to Eyepieces of Vail, and they'll give you an even more in-depth lesson on how to care for your goggles and your eyewear. So we appreciate them and all that they do, all 8 of their locations. But we've got a very exciting second hour here. Lots of in-studio guests.
Yeah.
Can't wait. So buckle up. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, we have so much happening in the Vail Valley and especially in Vail Village. And the hottest spot to go is chasing rabbits. Joining me on the couch today is the Vice President of the Solaris Group, Thea Noble, to talk about all things chasing rabbits and what they are doing for this month. So, Thea, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for having me.
Great to have you here. We love getting the updates on the latest and greatest. So Chasing Rabbits, what is it? Tell me all about the venue.
Yeah, so we are an entertainment venue. We're 13,000 square feet right in Solaris in the heart of Vail Village. We used to be the old Cinebistro movie theater and we've converted. And we have multiple rooms and multiple experiences. So when you go in, we have a restaurant. We serve Mediterranean food there. And then we also have a speakeasy that's kind of like East meets West vibes with very artistic cocktails. We have our Rabbit Hole, which is an arcade. It also turns into a club at night. It's also a bar. And then we have a library lounge, which is very cozy and intimate and has full service food and dining in there as well.
It's such a great space. You know, I've been a bunch this winter and just walking in, you never know where you're going to end up. And I love that. There's so many different options and places to be, and everything is so exquisitely decorated. So talk to me about what is happening. So many events happening in the month of February.
Yeah, so we have programming. We're open 7 days a week, and 6 of those 7 nights we'll be doing different types of programming every single night. And then we have some really special events for February. Something that we're really excited about is the Super Bowl.
The big game is here.
Yes, so because we were a movie theater, we actually have multiple screens throughout the space and some of the largest within all of Vail. And so we will have these awesome screens. We'll open early at 3 o'clock and we'll be showing the games on these big screens with such great sound quality and visuals. And then we're going to do some specials in there. So things like a smash burger. We're also going to do Montucky beer buckets. So we'll have all the fun food and beverages for the game. And then Montucky is actually going to bring surfboard, really cool like ski suits and all this type of stuff to raffle off as well.
Awesome.
So we'll have great prizes. And then afterwards, we're going to have our Super Sunday after party. So we will be having Lando in there DJing, as well as jazz artist Manuel, who's from New York, and he's a saxophonist. So we'll have live music and a DJ afterwards. And kind of whatever team wins, you'll win because you'll be able to have fun after the Super Bowl.
I love that. That's a very neutral way of saying who you're rooting for. I love that. So it's great. So there'll be a saxophone player at the same time as the DJ, and they'll just kind of be hanging out.
Yeah. They'll be playing off of each other. And then we might even have a little fun surprise during the Super Bowl from one of the Chiefs' favorite girlfriends, who's pretty popular. She'll be incorporated in some way. So
I'm sure a lot of Swifties are out there, and they'll be very excited about that.
We did the Swiftie night as well, which was really fun. We had the Taylor Swift theme night a couple weeks ago.
That's so great. That's so great. So lots of DJs happening, and you've got some really cool things coming up as well. So talk to me about your partnership with House Calls.
Yeah, so Lando, who we talked about, who's part of House Calls, we're doing an entire weekend takeover. So we're going to have 3 different days of different DJs. House Calls is out of Chicago, and they're curating DJs literally from as far as London that are flying in to Vail. We'll have Chase Mortimer, Rossi, Enamour, and other supporting acts. So kind of every night it will be an entire vibe of really bringing nightlife, and for people who are interested in all different types of music, we'll be bringing that right to the Vail Valley.
That's great. And it's such a cool space to be in, to see like the giant screens behind the DJs and like what they're doing. So I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and what's fun too is we'll be doing it in different rooms, so you can have a totally different experience. So more playful light. We have the neon lights, within the rabbit hole with the arcade, and then we have this kind of more elevated, people say it feels like out of New York or London, within our speakeasy. So kind of depending on your vibe, there's a place for you.
That's great. Now, Valentine's Day, it's a big topic. There's lots coming up, but if you are not necessarily celebrating it romantically, there's also a Galentine's event.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, so we're doing both. So we love, last year we played Crazy Stupid Love for the girls, so we're always doing kind of different things. We're gonna be doing a Galentine's themed bingo. So really fun to get your girls, and we'll be doing some fun surprises during that game night. And then if you do want to go out with a partner, we'll also be doing on Valentine's Day, we'll have our normal menu, but we'll also have an aphrodisiac-inspired specials. So things like surf and turf, oysters, chocolate cakes, but we'll be making a romantic menu as well. So kind of whatever vibe you want, we have the options for you.
That's great. Now I was looking at the website and learning a little bit about that menu, and you've got an eat your heart out themed dessert. And I love that. That's such a fun and playful way to present a dessert on a romantic holiday. So tell me a little bit about that. Are there special, is it a prices for two or specials around that?
It will just be completely specials.
Yeah.
And then this year we're not doing the prefix, so it's kind of just much more flexibility.
Awesome, I love that. And so you just have to call and make reservations.
Yes.
Because I'm sure you'll be very booked up.
Yeah, so you can call, or we also have on Open Table, you can always make reservations that way.
That's great. So tell me about the event space. So obviously you are offering all of these things and ways for people to enjoy themselves in your venue, but if you wanted to host an event, are you able to do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have different corporate groups that have bought out this space and made it their own. We also have weddings that have happened there, which is really fun. Either the actual wedding or rehearsal dinners. We're really popular with after parties. People do birthday parties, and what's really nice is you can rent one room, you could rent two, or you could rent the whole space. So depending on your party size, people love that flexibility, and that's something that we've really seen. And also because we have these screens, we have the marquee, so we have a lot. We have the photo booth, so we have so many things that people can customize for their own events. So that's why we've actually been having big groups fly in from New York City and things like that to bring their whole company and make the space their own.
It's so cool. I loved I've seen some of the disco bunny dancers.
Yes.
Those are great.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things that you offer.
Yeah,
That's
they're
great.
super fun. And people can email Miranda at chasingrabbitsvail.com if they want to book private events. And to see all of our events, they're all on our website, chasingrabbitsvail.com, as well as our Instagram, chasingrabbitsvail. And we will be announcing our biggest DJ yet this month. It's a surprise act, but if you follow us on Instagram or on the website, you'll see who that is, and that will be really fun as well.
That's great. Well, now I'm going to be scrolling with anticipation every day. So talk to me about membership. You mentioned there are some specific events just for members. So what is a membership with Chasing Rabbits?
Yeah, so we're completely open to the community, but we also have a membership, which is just a way to experience Chasing Rabbits in a deeper way. And for instance, this in February, we're going to do a casino night. And so these are events that are just for members. So if you want to experience it in a deeper way, members can make priority reservations. They can come to actually all of the events that I mentioned before, like the DJs, all those things, they can come for free if you get a membership. So if you're interested on applying online, it's kind of like a Soho House. Actually, our manager, Marcus, used to run the Soho House in West Hollywood. So we have that component as well. And it's a great way to connect with the community. I've actually seen members before that have met in Vail, and then now I've seen them hanging out in New York City or other places around the world.
That's great. So you don't have to be local to Vail. You can be a member no matter where you live.
Yeah, you can be a local, or we have a lot of second homeowners that are also members, and they love that. They're part of the global community.
Great, awesome. So website, Instagram, any other information, anything else that we should know about or be paying attention to?
Yeah, so we also have TikTok, we have Facebook, we have everything. But it's fun because we're announcing new types of acts. So this season we're new with magic in the Moon Rabbit.
Oh.
I love magic. So personally, I've been to Magic Castle in LA. I love it. And so like every other Saturday, we bring in an amazing magician. So we're always kind of trying to up level with the types of events we're doing and bring that entertainment, because we have such amazing slopes and such amazing skiing, but we're trying to bring the inside activities if it's too cold or it's nighttime. bring that to Vail.
That's great, and it's just an incredible space. You know, the hallway leading into the arcade, awesome, and then the hallways leading into the restaurant, and there are just so many ins and outs and secret rooms, it feels like, as you venture throughout the venue.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. We worked with Rockwell Group and Solaris Group together, and we really wanted to use every square inch of the venue. So we actually see people take pictures in the hallways the most. We have that infinity corridor.
Yep.
It's kind of a peek for what's beyond with the Pac-Man and then the little bunnies, and it's really cool lighting. And then we have a red carpet arrival for the other hallway, so you can feel like you are the star of your own show when you go on and enter into our speakeasy. And we've seen a lot of great content come out of that. Influencers, actors that have just come themselves and been taking pictures of it.
It's so true. It's so fun to see these groups of friends like taking photos and everyone supporting each other and cheering them on and offering to take pictures. Great space. It's beautiful. Lots of incredible events happening in February. So one more time, where can we go just to keep up with everything?
Yeah, so we're chasingrabbitsvail.com online, and then also at chasingrabbitsvail on all of our socials. And we also have a newsletter you can sign up to as well through the website, so then you'll know when we drop these bigger name artists, and you'll be able to get tickets in advance. We always do tickets in advance for an early bird price as well. So if you're on it, you'll get those early bird prices.
I.e. the secret DJ that's happening.
Yes.
So very exciting stuff. Well, Thea, thanks for coming on the show. Love Chasing Rabbits and all that you guys are doing. It's a really incredible venue, so congratulations again.
Thanks for having me. I love being on TV.
Absolutely. Now we've got a bit more here on the show. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We always talk about the great skiing and snowboarding, especially this time of year in the valley. Then as we transition seasons into summer, we get into the rafting and the mountain biking and the kayaking. And I'm joined here with fellow Hoosier Kyle Jessup at Alpine Kayak here in Edwards, Colorado.
Yeah, that's
good morning.
us. Good morning to you.
Yeah, so kayaking, probably not big in this area now with the temperatures of water, but it's time for you to kind of regroup because you've got a lot of programs as we start heading into the season not too far away.
Yeah, absolutely. So a little bit about what we do at Alpine Kayak. We are basically a whitewater kayak instruction business. So we try to turn people into whitewater kayakers. And the threshold and learning curve to whitewater kayaking is a lot steeper than, say, skiing because the access isn't very well known. How to do the skill is not nearly as popular or well known amongst people as skiing, and it can be daunting. So we try to bridge that gap by offering kayak instruction, and we really target a lot of youth in the valley to try to turn kids into lifelong kayakers. And this business has had success at doing that for 15 years, and I'm the most recent owner and hoping to implement new programs this summer that will even allow it to go further.
Yeah. How'd you get into kayaking?
I grew up as a kid going up to northern Minnesota at a canoe camp, and that was my entry to paddling. And then when I went to college, we had a whitewater kayaking club, and I was all in on that club for the 4 years that I was in at college. And then I moved out here directly after college and continued my kayaking career here.
Nice, nice. What a better place to do it.
Really, really special place.
So you're trying to get the kids interested and knowledgeable on kayaking. What type of programs do you have for that?
Sure. Yeah, so in the past, this business has done like a kid and teen camp, which is kind of like an age-specific camp. Going forward here with this year, we have a level 1, which is essentially the same as what our kid camp was. Level 2, which is the same as what our teen camp was. An overnight camp, so a 5-day, 4-night camp where you actually live out on the Colorado River and kayak and camp along the shores of the Colorado River, which is new, which is super exciting.
Wow.
And then we have our level 3 camp, which is kind of a much more advanced, technical camp where you're learning skills such as rescue techniques, things of that nature, how to run whitewater safely in a group. And then we're hoping to launch a paddle club this year where high schoolers can pay a due or dues and then have access to up to 20 sessions of kayaking with coaches throughout the summer.
Nice.
So, yeah.
We're in such a great area for that because you've got, I would say somewhat mild areas on the Eagle River there, and then as you get more towards the west down at Glenwood, that's when you get some more of rapids.
No, the Eagle's a super special river because you have anything from like class 1 and 2 down by Gypsum to like class 2, 3 around like Wolcott to Eagle, more class 3 throughout the Avon area, and then class 4 the closer you get to Minturn, and then there's even a class 5 gorge by Red Cliff, which the coaches paddle a fair amount during their time not coaching kids. So it's a really special river that we have here. And then we also have permits that allow us to operate on the upper Colorado River.
Nice.
So that's a really great stretch, especially for like an entry level. There's lots of flat, calm stretches where you can kind of get the feel of the kayak. And then we have some fun class 2 rapids with a few class 3 rapids peppered in there. So it's a really great area to learn how to whitewater kayak.
So how about the individual that wants to get into kayaking, really may not be in that group setting? Do you do private instruction?
Yes, we do private lessons, and you can book us. And the beauty of a private lesson is that you can cater the lesson to what you want. So we offer group lessons where it's a little more affordable for the local that wants to learn, and we have certain sessions throughout the summer. And you kind of meet people that way. But some people just are like, I want a one-on-one experience with a coach.
Right.
So you can book us for that. And that's available, for the majority of the summer as well.
So how about now, being that it's somewhat of an off season for this area on kayaking, are there any instructions or work that people can do to just learn the equipment, balance things, and
That's a great question. We do start offering pool sessions this end of March and then into April to get people ready for the season. Because the thing about Colorado whitewater is it comes fast and it ends quick.
Right.
So it's kind of like starts May. Usually we have good whitewater until like end of June, maybe mid-July in a normal year. And then you have to start driving to locations to get whitewater again.
Got it.
So we offer these pool sessions, basically to get people ready with the role. And at these pool sessions, you can come, bring your kayak equipment, and I'm usually the coach that's there, and I'm helping people kind of learn how to roll. And if you're a pro already at rolling, you can just bring your equipment and practice. So it's a pretty cool, program that we offer to the community.
So if people want more information, what's your website?
alpine-kayak.com.
Okay.
Yep, and all of our camp programs have been launched on there as of Sunday, and we're just kind of now updating the private and group lessons, so that schedule will be up there here very shortly.
Great. We've got your website there up on the monitor now. Now with GoPro games also coming up, June, you participate in any of that?
I've ran the pool there and then also offer like a paddle for the staff of GoPro down. We kind of work with them there. But as far as competition goes, I'm not much of a competitor, personally. I just love kayaking, but a lot of my coaches do compete. And they've had success in that. So,
Well, Kyle, thanks for coming on today, telling us all about the ins and outs of kayaking and then what you've got at Alpine Kayak here in Edwards, Colorado. Some great programs. If you want to get into it, if you're interested, I encourage you, talk to Kyle. He'll get you involved in that, and it's a sport I think you can really enjoy and also explore the great outdoors.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Kyle. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We just got talking with the kayak expert here in Edwards, Colorado. Not the season for kayaking, but that weather is changing a little bit. Some warm temperatures out there. Getting up today, 22 degrees, a high today of 44, mostly sunny all day long. We're going to see those clouds start to move in towards midday when those temperatures are at their peak. So going to be a little bit of shift in the weather. Now, looking over at the I-70 corridor, Denver, 63 degrees, full sunshine, beautiful day in Denver, 44 in Vail, 45 in Avon, and 45 over in Eagle, Colorado. So some great temperatures still out there. We got that heat wave there, but we'll see what's in store for us as that weather starts to take a bit of a shift. Tonight, a low of 25 degrees, sun setting at 5:25 p.m. Those winds will start to come out of the east-southeast there, 5 to 10 miles an hour, as we hopefully see this nice storm front move in. So if we look at tomorrow, 90% chance of some snowfall. Same thing on Saturday. Nice temperatures, 43 and 34 respectively on Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday, things start to clear up a little bit with beautiful temperatures coming in on Monday at 43 and Tuesday 47 degrees. So a lot of nice weather there, and we're hoping that that jet stream kind of kicks up a little bit. So that storm, we get the optimal pounding of snow that we're anticipating. So we need a lot of snowfall, and hopefully this storm is going to bring it our way. Now, there's always a ton of things happening in and around the valley, and our very own Avija Scarborough is out there in the middle of it all so that we know what to do. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Vibe Report with Avija. This is where I tell you all about the exciting happenings around town. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's nightly live music at Gambit Bar, The Hype, Shakedown Bar, The Red Lion, The Chop House, the Weston Riverfront Avon, and Park Hyatt Beaver Creek. Chasing Rabbits will feature musician Lincoln Jesser on Friday and Saturday, and on Sunday, Lando will be playing. If you're into fine art, Tara Novak will be giving an in-person art exhibit at the Avon Library on Friday and Sunday. Saturday morning, there will be a free guided snowshoe tour at Nature Discovery Center on Vail Mountain. There will also be a free winter nature walk in Avon. Visit walkingmountains.org for more info on both events and many others. That's it for this weekend's Vibe Report, friends. Be sure to follow the Vail Vibes CV8 Instagram for more info. See you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
As much as I love getting into the kitchen, Tracy Miller is the expert, and we love Colorful Cooking with Tracy because she shows us some intricate but easy and doable recipes. Let's take a look at this shrimp recipe that she has on the docket.
Welcome back to Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller. I am Tracy. Thanks for joining us here today. We're talking all about shrimp, how healthy and how easy it is to cook. So I have a farm shrimp, and I have a wild caught shrimp. So when you're getting ready to cook it, you kind of want to pat it dry. People are always amazed when I tell them this, but like even if I have a piece of fish or something, I will just gently squeeze it after it thaws out when it's frozen to get some of that excess water. Because if you're going to put it in your pan and you're going to try to get a sear on it, then you're not going to get rid of that excess water. It's going to kind of fill up in your pan and boil your shrimp, which is not what we are after. So just pat it dry a little bit with a paper towel, real gently too. You don't want to like manhandle those little tiny crustaceans. It's not going to taste as good. So real easy to peel. You just pull the tail off, flip it over, take the legs, and they should come off nice and easy. When you're working with the farmed fish, a lot of times they just have the tails on there, so you just pull those off really quickly. So season it generously with salt and pepper, and then a nice little ingredient that you can put on there, just a tiny, tiny bit of sugar. Why do we do that? It's just going to bring out the natural sweetness of the shrimp. And when we put it in the pan, it's going to help to caramelize a little. And literally, shrimp take about 5 minutes to cook. These are already pink shrimp, so we're not going to see them change a color, but a lot of times when they're a grayish color when they start, they just turn pink right away. So here we are. We're going to have those cook. I do have my salad started. This salad has cucumbers, sliced cucumbers, and peaches. If it's a really fresh peach, all you do is take a cut and go right around that. This is called the stone fruit. The seed is in the middle, and you should be able to turn it and open it up like that. That is the easiest way and the nicest way to open up a fresh peach. A lot of times the juice will be squeezing all over you, but not today because, like I said, it's not quite as ripe as it should be. All right, we're just going to slice these up really thin. Can you hear that shrimp cooking? It smells good already. Just a little bit of simple seasoning. I have my cucumbers, so I'm just going to put my peaches down. And as the shrimp are starting to cook, you'll see that their tails are turning a little bit, and then you just want to flip them over. This is literally going to take about 1 more minute. And the key to cooking any seafood and shrimp is don't overcook it. So right about this point, I'm actually just going to turn the heat off and let them cook that side right now real easily. So turn the heat off. They're already kind of firm to the touch. They've got a little caramelization. They're looking good. And now let's make a vinaigrette. We're going to go a little bit of olive oil, equal parts olive oil, orange juice. Orange juice is one of my favorite ingredients when I am making vinaigrettes because it's low in calorie. It gives it that nice flavor, and it's juicy and has that citrus, so you can use that quite often. All right, we're going to do a little bit of cinnamon. I'm actually going to get this one out right now because I need a spoon for cinnamon, because if you overdo it, you're going to be in trouble. So we're going to use about a teaspoon of cinnamon and almost a teaspoon of cumin. We're going to go a little bit less on the cumin because it's so strong. We're going to do those two right in there. And when you're working with dried herbs like this, you really want to let them sit in the juices for a little bit. So you want to make this and then let it sit. Not for a long time, but you do want to let it sit for a little bit. See, now shake it up. Okay, it's an interesting color. And that cinnamon is going to be dry right now. So the longer we let it sit right here, and I don't mean like days or anything like that. I mean, you can just let it sit for like a half hour or so. The longer we let it sit, the better it's going to taste. So let me get this out of the way and bring our salad in. The shrimp is looking good. I am going to plate this up and put our vinaigrette on. When we come back, we'll show you the finished product here, and then we'll get going with our farmed shrimp and make a delicious, creamy shrimp salad. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller. I am Tracy. Thanks for joining us here today. We're talking all about shrimp, how healthy and how easy it is to cook. We are just going to cut these into little pieces. Actually, a lot of times when I'm making the shrimp salad, I will put it in my food processor, but I didn't want to lug the food processor in here today. So we're just going to slice the shrimp up, kind of nice and easy. If you put it in a little row, put them all together. My whole family's from Florida, so they actually have shrimp nets like right outside on their docks, and we eat the freshest shrimp you can possibly imagine. Mayport shrimp in Florida is delicious. Really, if you can get any shrimp from the Texas, the Gulf of Mexico, or Florida, you're going to be in pretty good shape with that flavor. And again, just don't overcook it, and you'll be tasting it and enjoying it. Okay, so here we go. We have our shrimp cut up into small pieces for the shrimp salad. And this one, sorry, I'm gonna add a few calories to this because it's gonna be nice and creamy. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a mixture of sour cream and mayonnaise. Now, I'm a huge mayonnaise fan. I love eggs, I love mayonnaise, but mayonnaise alone sometimes when you're making a salad like that, it's just a little too strong. So I like to mix mine with a little bit of sour cream. I actually do a half and half, 50% sour cream, 50% mayonnaise. Tons of salt and pepper. Either use dill or use tarragon. And if you're ever cooking lobster, tarragon is really, really good. It has all these little like leaves like this, and all you do is pull the leaves right off of the stems, and then we're going to chop them up. It's super easy, super fragrant, and it kind of has like a licorice type of flavor to it. So we're just going to take those right off. Actually, I just do it that way. Take them off that way. You can really put any herbs you want in here. If you would prefer, parsley or something like that, you can do that. Really making something that turns out to be in your recipe repertoire all the time. All right, super simple. Cut up cooked shrimp. We have tarragon, salt and pepper, mayonnaise, and sour cream. We're just going to kind of fold it all together and make ourselves this nice creamy salad. This is so good. I eat this just by itself, and I do a lot of this in like little individual cups, and people love it. And you can either eat it by itself, you can eat it on a salad, you can eat it with crackers or crudité if you wanted to, or you can put it in a wrap and take it out on a picnic. One of the things, though, about wrapping up creamy dishes, there's a little trick, especially if you want to take it out on your picnic. So right now, we're just going to put it on our bed of lettuce. This would be a nice little light lunch for you, packed with protein and vitamins and minerals, nice and light and delicious with a little bit of creaminess. I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper right on there, especially pepper. And then when we return, I will show you how to wrap that in a tortilla. So if you want a sandwich, if you're going on a hike or something, hitting the lake or the river, we're going to wrap that. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to make those wraps still taste good and not get too soggy if you're going on a picnic. Welcome back to Colorful Cooking. I'm Tracy Miller. Thanks for joining us here today. We are talking about shrimp, and we just made a shrimp salad with a creamy mayonnaise sour cream base, and we used tarragon today, which is actually delicious. I was crying a little bit because I didn't have the dill that I usually like to use with my shrimp salad. Have to compromise when you're using fresh ingredients, and that tarragon, it tastes really good. So start with some lettuce, and make sure your lettuce is dry. Like I've been telling you, kind of all day here, is dry things off, because all of that moisture is going to make your wrap mushy, and it's going to make your shrimp boil when you're putting it in the pan. So I have the shrimp salad here. I'm just going to put that down right on top, and I'm going to take a little bit of the mayonnaise base and kind of make like a little bit of glue to seal it closed. I love making wraps. I don't know why, I just really like rolling things. So take it like that. Pull it all out your way, move your fingers around so that you know that like you're going to get a good bite on every sandwich, and then just roll that baby up. That glue right there is going to seal it closed. And then I like to cut it in half. And when I'm making wraps and I'm getting ready to go on a picnic, or usually I'm getting ready to cater or go on a gig or something like that, what I do is I just put the wrap in the fridge, uncovered, until I'm ready to wrap it up. Because if you wrap it up in cellophane, what's going to happen is it's going to get all mushy. And since we have a creamy base, you want some mayonnaise on your sandwich, when you're making wraps, you want to have a layer. You want to have that lettuce layer to protect the mayonnaise on the inside and the wrap. Seems simple, but you can really kind of make a mushy sandwich if you're having it wrapped up for a little while. So we've got the 2 salads today. For the shrimp salad with peaches and cucumbers, and that's in a cumin cinnamon vinaigrette. And then we will also have the recipe here for you with the shrimp salad, which I'm gonna say you're probably gonna like a lot. Thanks for joining me here on Colorful Cooking today. Eat shrimp, it's low in calories, high in protein, and really good for you.
Good morning, Vail.
Spooky and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. With the change in the month from January to February now, there's also some changes happening in the weather. Let's take a look. Getting up today, 22 degrees at 8 a.m. A high today of 44, mostly sunny all day. So we look at that Vail by the hour. That sunshine is going to be out there throughout the afternoon. But then later on in the evening, we're going to see some clouds rolling in to hopefully bring in some of that snowfall that we've been anticipating. I-70 corridor, 63 degrees in full sunshine in Denver, 44 in Vail, 45 in Avon and Eagle. So some nice temperatures still to get out there. So if you're out there on the slopes, don't need to layer up too much because that sunshine is out. It's going to be nice warm temperatures. This evening, 25 degrees is going to be the low with the sun setting at 5:25 p.m. So some light winds south, southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour as we look at this 5-day coming in. Friday, 90% chance of snowfall. Same thing on Saturday. Now that El Nino pattern that we've been experiencing this season is bringing in that jet stream just a little bit low right now to get the full effects of that snowfall that we're anticipating. So hopefully the 12-hour, 24-hour period will tell the tale with that jet stream. If it moves a little bit north, I think we are really going to be in for a nice amount of snowfall. Sunday then starting to clear up, maybe a 30% chance of some snowfall there. But then Monday and Tuesday, things begin to warm back up with some sunshine on Monday. And then Tuesday, seeing a nice high temperature of 47 degrees. Snowfall out there in Beaver Creek. We've still got 135 inches for the season, a 40-inch base depth. 73% of the terrain is open over there in Beaver Creek. Moving over to Vail, again, they've got a 50-inch base depth for the season so far. Lifts over in Vail, 30 are open and spinning. 99% of the terrain is open. So
I have to say, with this weather change, you do have to be kind of wary of certain snow conditions, especially if you're out there in the backcountry, right?
well, absolutely. With the temperatures that we've had, when it snows and then it warms up, it creates shelves. And it's happened a lot this season. And so there's a lot of avalanche mitigation taking place. We know a few weeks ago when we got that snowfall, they closed down I-70 just to try to get some of that avalanche out of the way because there were some that came down over the road.
It's true. You know, you can definitely hear them working hard, especially for us when we get here in the morning. You hear them doing the blasts and really making sure that we stay safe here in the Valley, and appreciate all the work that our teams are doing. So
yeah, and it doesn't take a lot to really trigger one of those avalanches. It's only a 30-degree, they say 30-degree incline can have an avalanche effect. So be careful.
Definitely be careful, especially if you're out there doing the fun stuff in the backcountry for sure. But you know, speaking of fun, it was a fun. We talked about kayaks. We talked about DJs and clubs and Valentine's Day and candy, all of the things.
Speaking of kayaking, Kim, what did one paddle say to the other paddle on Valentine's Day?
I don't know, Kevin. What did they say?
You're so romantic.
I love a good dad joke.
Yeah, that's a good joke right there.
Especially when it's Valentine's Day themed, you know. Lots more. I've got one more for you. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
What did the guy with the broken leg say to his Valentine's Day interest?
I don't know.
I have a crutch on you.
Another one. Another one. Just out. Out there.
Behind the scenes, we like to have some fun. Kevin and I always swap dad jokes during commercial breaks, but you know, it's just been a great Thursday morning. Can't believe it's February 1st.
It's exciting to see what's going to happen coming up in the weather. I mean, we've been talking about it a while. When's that next storm coming in? Well, it's coming.
It's coming because we need to have our 100% party for Vail Mountain being completely open.
Top hats, canes, the whole 9 yards.
Balloons.
Yeah, balloons.
You know, streamers maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. We don't even know yet.
We don't even know, but maybe nothing too messy because we don't want to have to clean it up after. But, you know, we've enjoyed our Thursday morning. Kevin, love having you on the couch.
It's great being here.
It's awesome being here on the couch. We've got a lot more in store for tomorrow and throughout the weekend. So
tune in tomorrow for some more Good Morning Vail.
Get ready, buckle up. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer